If you want to help me avoid ending up on welfare too, and get access to all of these videos early, and watch never before seen content I can't upload on YouTube.
I was going to write down a few more, but they actually got quite sad. So the ones I wrote down was like Big Gengar, the #1 chase by a mile, by a country mile. The Mega Gengar is currently over $1,000. It's sitting at around 1,100 at the time of recording, AUD. Oh wow, another doubler. Put it in the little giveaway pile. You know what? I can chuck it in as a bonus card. But yeah, the Gengar's over 1,000. The second most valuable Pokemon card that everyone wants, it's the Golden Charizard. And that's to be expected. #1, obviously, Charizard. I'm wearing my Charmander shirt, so I'm just trying to get some good vibes going, trying to channel that energy. But the Gold Charizard, it's Mega Charizard. Why? That, if you go back to where it came from in the Japanese set, it actually was from the starter decks called Start Deck 100. Can we get something here? Mega Frostlass again! What's with Frostlass? Just following us around. We've got all sorts of variants of this Pokemon. I think we got the regular Mega one as well. But it came from these Start Deck 100s where you basically buy a box. It says Pokemon Start Deck 100 and they've all got the same theme deck in them. But then they've all got different chase cards. Like there's 100 different variants you could get. And I think if you pull Start Deck #1, that'll have the Gold Charizard in it. But the chances of that are like so slim. And the other issue is you can weigh the theme decks too. So that's like already in Japan, that Charizard was an extremely rare chase card. So it made sense when it came to English. You've got your Charizard hunters and you've got such a rare pull. Lily's Clefairy Regular EX, another banger. We just need some texture. I think I'm starting to see actually how brutal this thing is in terms of getting a textured pull. Haven't seen too much. I'd love to get another IR card, another illustration rare. But yeah, so Charizard, that came in at #2. And then #3, Darmanitan and a Terrapagos. I think it's the Dragonite. Yeah, it's the Mega Dragonite card. And Dragonite's obviously the set mascot. You maybe would have thought that the Gold Dragonite that's also in the set should be sitting at #3, but the Mega one, by far, it's #3 and it's 784 Australian dollars at the moment. Who's paying $784 for a chump? It honestly might be me when I need to master set this and don't have the Dragonite still. But it does have the full evolution line on it, which I think is such a special touch they do with these new full art chase cards, full up Mega Evolution chase cards. Oh no, guys, this is pretty brutal. I reckon we're like beyond 1/4 of the way in. Oh man, come on. I'm really hoping. After we get that Pikachu at the booster box, I think we can do it. I think we can do something special here. Haunter, Vikavolt, Bisharp, and oh, first pulse, not too bad. It's so cute. Sprigatito, full art card. Sprigatito EX. Got that lime unlisted leaf green in the background. That texture is perfect. People are going to say this is boring. I already know. I remember back when it was like the black and white era going into the... Yeah, it was like the Plasma Storm era. And those full art cards, people just being boring. Because they were just very like simple. It was like Pokemon on the front, color in the background, and that was the full art card. And I remember people would just like let rip on the Pokemon company. They're like, this style card is boring. We need maximum picture. And eventually, that's what's led to the rise of the SIR card. And I guess the illustration rares being more attainable is because there's just more to look at. It's visually pleasing looking at a card that's got more information on it. But people hated that like simple design. But it was all the rage for ages. So I think that's a bit for me like Natsukashi. It's very nostalgic. Camera up, Totodile, Macargo. Speaking of Totodile, man, I really want to pull my Mega for Relegator card. It's not a Mega Attack, it's just an SAR. And I think it's so funny because I'm a big Totodile fan. I like played ZA all with my Totodile, so obviously had my Mega for Relegator. He's an absolute boss. So when Ascended Heroes came out and I found out there's a Mega for Relegator in this, I'm like, that's the card. Oh, Dreepy! Oh, one day I want to get double. But Dreepy, we'll take it. Another gorgeous card. But yeah, for Relegator is so much more expensive than the other two starters. Meganium, get to the side. Emboar, just non-existent. It's like another $100 or something. But I don't know what. I feel like, did everyone play Totodile in ZA? I thought that was a bit unique. I was like, surely it's an even split. Like, not everyone's choosing Totodile, but if that's the... Oh, Regice! So all we're missing is Registeel now. Classic. All right, let's go for a Registeel. We got the Regirock, the Regice. Can't have one missing, and surely out of 100 packs we'll be able to do it. But let me know, what starter did you pick in ZA? And that's probably going to invoke a bunch of comments that are going to be like, Ando, I didn't even play ZA. I thought it was pretty average. Raichu. Colossal. Oh man, I'm pretty hyped. After getting that Sprigatito full art, I'm feeling like there's a redemption round right here. You gotta let me know too, what are you getting in those codes? Hopefully you're getting just bangers. Someone pulled the Mega Gengar. That would be so good. You're gonna screenshot that and then send it to me on my Instagram or Twitter. I'd love to see someone get something good out the code. I think it's been genuinely 2 years since I've actually got a screenshot about someone claiming a code card. I don't think people do. You could probably have a field day. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if all 100 codes in today's video never get claimed. That's a sick route on. I'm really hyped. I'm actually really keen to see what this all looks like in a binder at the end of the day. For some reason, I know it's a huge set, and I know that this is by far... Oh, man, what's that? They're saying spicy. There is something spicy. There is something more spicy than the ramen noodles I had for dinner last night at the back here. We've got Poochyena, Ultra Ball, Weeping Bell, Vanillux. Everyone hold on to your seatbelts. Little Timmy. What are we cooking? Sharon! We pulled another full of those. Sharon sitting at the front of... So that's just like a research office. And I love how simple this card is. Draw 3 cards. This wouldn't surprise me if it's expensive, and that's just because the playability is so strong. Like, draw 3 cards, doesn't go too wrong. That is awesome. The section next to the training card section in the binder was completely blank. So we need as many full-art trainers as we possibly could get. And we need as many illustration rares as we possibly can get as well. Open you up. There's the code card. Let's go one for the back. Swing it around. We've got a Fire type, Scraggy, Tangela. Got a Mimikyu, Salazzle. Oh, okay. Next big fuller card. I'm gonna wipe the bulk here so we can actually see how many packs we have left. Because we are ripping through these at light speed. Ando's going crazy fast. Oh, I reckon that's something. Maybe it's a Mega Attack. Let's see. Rolls, Riolu. Weeping Bell, Prism Energy, Vanillux, Waitress, and it's a Pikachu! Not my #1 chase card. My #1 chase card is the pink background Pikachu. Now that I've got the Forest Pikachu, I really want the little chibi form pink background one, but we're going to take the regular one too. That's going to look perfect in its section in the binder. You know what? That's not a full up. Let's keep going. Good vibes, good vibes. I feel like we're on a roll. We can actually pull a full up before we clean it all up. Oh, maybe. Where's the foil version of the Unlisted Leaf? I haven't been paying a great deal of attention, so maybe I've missed it. This was a promo in Japan. You guys know about this? This was a promo for Boss Coffee in Japan, which is a canned coffee drink. And if you, I think, bought a 6-pack and then sent in your receipt, something like that, they would send you that card with a Boss Coffee stamp promo on it. They do all sorts of promotions in Japan that I feel like we just never know about, but if they did it in English, it would pop off. It would just go, imagine that canned coffee having an exclusive Pokemon card. That in English would go ballistic. And what's really fun is there was a bunch of other accessories, like you didn't have to just get the Pokemon card, you could have got like, was it a coffee cup or some like coffee accessories? I hope they do a Japanese exclusive something for the 30th anniversary. I'm sure they will. But one of my favorite ever boxes is one we opened up on the channel. It's the 15th anniversary box with the full art Pikachu in it. It might be the most gorgeous promo box I've ever seen in my life. And I don't think they've ever made something that looks that good before. It was simple, but over time it's just gone to crazy prices, and it's been like one of the most sought after items. And I was thinking the other day, it would be so cool if they did something similar like that. Just release it in Japan, don't worry about the English release, and make it a really cool, simple, like Pikachu-style artwork, have it as a box, and just clearly labeled 30th anniversary. I'd love to display something like that. I think that's my dream product for them to make. Obviously, I think a 30th anniversary set would go off. It would be so sick. And we probably will get something like that. Like, it would be a Celebrations type one. Skitty, Seppi. I think there's a good start to the year, though, getting Ascended Heroes. Another Sharon! Oh, do we give away the Sharon or do we give away the Frostlax? What do you reckon's more valuable? I'll look it up. I'll look it up at the end of the video. That's pretty good. Okay. But let's clean up the entire set right now. Ladies and gentlemen, people were telling me how difficult this set was to actually get a good pull out of. After my booster box, I'm like, tell them they're dreaming. Tell them this set has got a good Australian print. We're cooking with gas. But I'm looking, and I reckon there's probably like 36 packs left. I think this is like, maybe there's 40 packs left. This is looking a bit dire. I do understand where they're coming from a little bit. Getting a Koraidon to the first pull, though, is fantastic. I'm actually more of a Koraidon stand over a Miraidon stand. Probably a little bit controversial, but I love that Pokemon. But this actually might be an uphill battle, I reckon. Hopefully, we're going off the ratio. We should be getting guaranteed 1 SAR out of this lot. And I don't hope it's good because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do another opening of this. This might be where we call it, and that's it. The rest I'm going to have to do a card show. We're going to have to trade for the rest. I still want to do my my original plan, which is a complete master set. I'm hands down going to do that. It got more than 1,000 likes in the last video, and you guys seem to be keen. And I always like getting a master set of every set I possibly can, but what I always said in that first one, if a video of Ascended Heroes gets over 10,000 likes, I will attempt a Grandmaster set of Ascended Heroes. And what that is, it's every reverse. I'm including all the Pokeballs, the energies, it's every single promo card and every single bit of texture on every promo card possible. So we're going to get everything Ascended Heroes related ever. It's known as a Grandmaster set, which is pretty cool. So if we get 10,000 likes on any Ascended Heroes video, I will do a Grandmaster set, but for now I'm just going to try and attempt that Master set, which I think is going to be a big enough endeavor to be dead honest with you. It's going to be a tough cookie just looking at what we're getting so far, because I think we're due for a couple more illustration rares. I should actually count. I should count how many we've got so far, but I reckon we've got a few more coming up. That Hollow Fire type, Surfer, he's another good trainer full up we need. Electrite, Vanillish, and a Colossal. A gold card would be so sick too. Golds are randomly inserted in this bad boy. Apparently there isn't a ratio, or I just couldn't find any type of pull rate as far as the gold cards go. They seem to just show up randomly. And I'm going to guess if an SIR is like 1 in every 100 packs, I wouldn't be surprised if gold is sitting in the same realm of the Mega Evolution base set and Phantasmal. And that was like 1 in every 500, I want to say. So we're going to see how we go there, but don't hold too much hope. But we're going to manifest. We're going to see what we can do. We're going to Gibble, Bayleaf. We've got Frostmoth, Rayquaza, Wurmple, and an Entei. Leave a comment. What is your #1 chase card? I think if you guys leave a comment saying my #1 chase card in the set would be, and you can insert your card, that can be your entry into winning the giveaway today. So just let me know your, oh, that's something too. Let me know your, that's a promo card. At the sticker, the text sticker sheet, I reckon. But yeah, let me know in the comment section, what is the card you're dying to pull? Mega Lucario, absolute fan favorite. They just stopped all the fan favorites in here. Dragonite, then Charizard, then Pikachu. So for me, #1, pink background Pikachu. There's a couple of illustration rares I know, because I don't like to always pin my most hyped card on the like #1 most expensive one. It's pretty hard in the set because they are so good. That Gengar, I totally understand why people want it so bad. Heliolisk, awesome, he's sitting on the roof. This has really, really nice vibes to it. Powerful Bolt, Frill Generator. He's like absorbing the sun, doing a bit of photosynthesis right here. I'm gonna add another illustration red to our binder. Yeah, holy smokes. We can get a couple more because that section is looking a little bit dire. Okay, Carkol. Got a Budu, Dratini as well, Dragonair, Airballoon, Salandit, Rayquaza, and a Groudon. Oh my goodness. If we pull another double though, of something we've already got, we can make the giveaway even better. What is that? I reckon that's a Mega Attack. I always have a, I'm so bad, I always have like a cheeky look. Like, what's back there? Mimikyu, Vikavolt, Light Ball, Weeping Bell, Clefairy, and a Haluncha. Haluncha's like the weird MVP of the set. He looks good in every artwork, and he's such a cool Pokemon. And it was really cool in Mexico. They were supposed to do a lucha wrestling match that was sponsored by Pokemon, celebrating Haluncha. And I think they cancelled it for some reason, but yeah, that was really, really exciting. And I remember following that along. I had friends that love wrestling, and they were really into the fact that Lucha was getting a Pokemon match, and it was all around Haluncha. I think that was pretty special. We did it! Yes, the rarest reverse! This is so hype! Lumpball Psyduck. You know what? This would be kind of funny to put the front and center page of your binder. That's so good. Then we can end it right here. We can absolutely pack it up and go home. Should I?
When the wheels split up, I thought, what do I do now? When we started Wings, it's about freedom.
Love Ball Psychic.
Little Caesars is the real deal.
Should I do something wild for everyone to watch this so far? No. I was gonna say, if we pull the rarest card, so say we pull Mega Gengar EX right now, do I give away the rest of the boosters? That would be so cheeky. But then, like, we never tell anyone at the start of the video. I'll shake on that right now. I'm shaking on that right now. This is only for the people that watch this far into the video. If I pull Mega Gengar EX, which is the rarest card in the whole set, you know, all you need is like God Pack, and I've got it, but if I pull the Gengar, I will give the rest of these and ship these to someone. I'll get their address, I'll pay for the shipping, and you get all the rest of my boosters right here. I will tap out, but I don't think we tell anyone. I think it's just like a secret for the end of this video. Because I'm looking at it, I'm thinking maybe it's possible. Like, we haven't got our SAR yet, so I think there is one coming up. I don't know what it is, but I reckon there's one around the corner. And it could be the Mega Gengar EX. It looks like a Nickelodeon commercial. It looks very slimy. Just with that really nice like purple and lime green. This would be good. Okay, now I'm really excited. How many packs are there? Probably like 20 plus, maybe 30? Definitely underestimated. All these packs like lopsided look a lot less than there is. Ultra Ball and a Petulant. Oh man, look at this. We're getting down to the wire. I promise, we'll give it away. There's the code card. Oh, I hope you get better stuff in the codes right now. We'll get the Skitty, Bellsprout, Rotom, Sepig, got the Bravery, Dragonair, Togekiss, and a Tapu Koko again. Oh man, swing you rounds. I'd love to get Team Rocket's Mewtwo as well. That full art, holy smokes. Low key, it's a slapper. It's one of the best of the whole set. Just I think the art style and knowing how. Oh, the Miraidon actually looks good. Why does the Miraidon look really good too? 5-band graphics are still making bangers. These guys have been making really good Pokemon card and good Pokemon card art for ages. Just an OG in the space. If you ever see like 3D rendered Pokemon cards, usually 5-band graphics have cracked it. Alright, what do we... Oh, it's good. It's pretty more. There's probably like 25 left. Keep going out the left-hand side. We'll start dabbling with the right-hand side. There's the code. Swing you round. Darkness, Kamala, Zigzagoon. Oh, imagine a God Pack. That would be unbelievable. That's what we're going to start going for.
Imagine it.
Swinging it around and getting met with a Mega Attack card. The cream of the crop would be if it's Mega Attack Gengar. Oh, I really want to see what that looks like, actually. I want to pull the Mega Attack Gengar. Oh, and Hitmontop. This guy has an illustration rare that I bought off eBay for the... Oh, okay. I've got multiple things to tell you. So going back to Start Deck 100, which is the merging of this set. This set's made up of 2 Japanese sets put together, but Hitmontop, it looks so good. The illustration rare looks unbelievable. I bought that off eBay, and I was looking through like different Pokemon cards. I'm going to put you on some insane lore right now. That I hope doesn't skew the market, but I thought it was pretty wild. There's a Pokemon card that's guaranteed in the Start Deck 100 decks that will never come out. Oh, ends PP up. Okay, this is great. This is... Getting another full art gives me hope. Definitely isn't better than our Sharon or our Frostlass that we got to the side. But there's a Pokemon card in the Start Deck 100 that's modelled after a Japanese Pokemon influencer. And I think the translation is like something influencer, and it's basically an influencer sitting on the couch getting hyped over a commercial, and it's a legitimate trainer card in the Start Deck 100. But that's just, it's like paying a homage to the Japanese Pokemon card influencer, or Pokemon influencer. I thought it was epic, so I had to buy like one of those. And I think I'm going to grade it, because I just think as a Pokemon influencer, I'm like, that's amazing. So Pokemon company Japan is like, yep, he's an absolute legend for making content around Pokemon, so we're going to give him his own Pokemon card. And it's like him looking, it's not the most flattering artwork. I think his teeth look really big or his mouth looks quite big, but man, it's so cool. So the fact, and like because it's a Japanese influencer, I guess that's why they didn't want to translate it into the English set, Ascended Heroes. It just never would really come out outside of Japan. So I bought one of those, and it was super cheap. I don't know if it still is. I bought mine for, I want to say $7, because I think it is guaranteed in the Start Deck. But yeah, I would definitely recommend if you guys want to get a card that I don't think will ever come out in English. That's a fun one. I used to do a series called, I think this would be the most expensive card of the year, and I used to do this around 2014, and I used to always buy the Battle Festa cards. And I used to buy them, I remember like $15, and I used to do the series on them, maybe it was like 20 bucks. And I'd be like, this is what I think is, another, I was going to say Galarian Gallery, but it's a Galarian Obstagoon, art rare, looking good. Another illustration rare. I love this like neon pink. Looks gorgeous. But yeah, I used to do the series, and I'd be like, this is the most expensive card. And I remember people hated on it so much, like, that's not the most expensive Pokemon card of this year. These Battle Festa cards, it's X, Y, and Z, like, I think this is it. All of those cards are so expensive right now. Like half of those Battle Festas are well over $5,000. And it's so funny looking back and it's like, man, should start that series up again. It was kind of fun. It's all like, I don't know, it's not guaranteed. It's all just like you're going off a bit of a hunch. But this is definitely one Pokemon card I look at and I'm like, man, it's pretty good. Okay, we're on like the last reign right here, the last 15 boosters potentially. Is it really like this much down to the wire? About us getting an SAR, like, oh my gosh, we done it. Holy smokes, that could be mega. That's quite textured and it's quite colourful. Chikorita, Dustox, Pangoro, Staraptor, Terapagos. It's giving me flashbacks to like Stellar Crown when Terapagos is like quite prominent and you'd see the colours. Okay, Terapagos, you got the back. Man, are we really going to end this without one? This would be nuts. But I've seen it happen. I think that's why I get a bit of a sick feeling in my stomach. Like, I've seen people open 100 boosters of Ascended Heroes and not get an SI. Oh, come on. Oh, I skipped it. Numel, right there. This is deadly. This is where the nerves are kicking in. Numel, I think all the arts are good, but this is another good one. We're going to pop that into our binder right there. Okay, come on. I'd even take like Steven's Metagross. That's a really nice card that I got in Japanese. Getting that in English would be pretty cool. Scorbunny, Surfer, Snom, Weeping Bell. Stay there. Weavile, Electrolyte. Oh my gosh, no way. I should have known. When Rio couldn't actually find the good call with her nose, it was so over. Rio's got like that good sense of smell. Maybe I'll get her to crack open the final one. Final booster will open out there with her, and that can end off the regular pack opening, and then we'll dive into a bit of a recap and how the binders are looking. This is it. That's all we have left out of an 100 booster Ascended Heroes opening today. It's been an insane ride. And double up. You know what? I'm chucking that in. Someone can get that. Maybe we'll do like 2 giveaway packs. And I'll pick out a couple of really nice doubles that we can do giveaway packs with. And I'll pick 2 good answers about people describing the chase cards and why you want that Pokemon card out of the set. Unlisted Lead. Have we even got the foil Unlisted Lead? Am I going to have to actually trade for an energy card out of this master set? Man, click subscribe if you're keen to see that. Rayquaza. That Okie dokie. Mega Feraligatr, come on, let's go. There's that code. One for the back. We got Lightning type, Slugma, Murkrow, Togepi, Bravery, Mysterious Garden, Dragonair, Staraptor, Entei. Let's rejig these bad boys and put these in a line. And we know exactly what it's come down to. We're gonna call reinforcements. We're gonna get a Gengar right there. You just gotta zone in, buddy. You gotta lock eyes with this stack of boosters and try to harness the best possible outcome. Am I really gonna get cooked right now? There's no way. Wormpool, Rabu, Sneasel, Phantom, Pangoro, Team Rocket Factory. That, I think maybe is a reverse. It's another very playable Pokemon card that people are keen to get. Dustox, Zora. Oh my, that's an insult to injury when you get Stun Fisk as your full up card. It is needed for the Master, but getting a Stun Fisk as the full up card, what is going on? Really down to the wire now. There's that code. Swinging around. Alright, there's another EX back here. Night Stretcher, Clefairy, Team Rocket's Factory again, Canary, and... Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Team Rocket's Kangaskhan EX, the Australian Pokemon himself. Alright, Kangaskhan, you go back there. I almost feel like just doing this in silence. It's so tense. The vibes are so tense. There's something there. There is something there. There is something there. Do you think it's textured? Do we have a sneak peek? Oh man, I reckon it is. It could, oh, come on. Let it be a mega star from ZA. Any of them. It doesn't have to be for Alligator. Snom, Charmeleon, Air Balloon. Oh, come on. What do we got here? Noibat? Oh, it's Mega Charizard Y, regular EX. I'm really happy about this because it's gonna look sick in the binder. And look at this. Got this whole body. Please let that be an omen for the rest of this video. I'm not even mad at that artwork. That looks good. Crack this one open. There you guys go. It's like a couple of sticker packs, or maybe it's like one ETB equivalent right here. Weavile, Obstagoon, Noibat, and a Rayquaza. It never hurts as much when you get a very rare Pokemon as like that reverse. Especially like getting a Rayquaza in the reverse slot is always hype. That's so sick. What is that? That's textured. I repeat, that is textured. I reckon it's a regular Mega Pokemon. I don't think it's a Mega Attack. Let's see. Solrock, Ghastly, Hooper. I'll give it away. I'm giving it away. It's going in the giveaway pile. I'm going to concoct some sort of giveaway allotments for you guys. Surely not. I've just harnessed a bunch of regular Charizards. Oh, that's so good. That's our unlisted leaf taken care of. I think we've got a majority of those energies now. Clefairy, Zigzagoon, Pignite. Oh, so we've got the energy side up and we've got the lovable side up.
Okay.
That's pretty good. Oh no. Let's go. That's another regular EX right there. Carkol, Snorunt, Badoo, Dratini. Crocodile.
Yeah.
Dratini, and there it is, a second Kangaskhan.
I'm watching a guy pull 100 packs of Pokemon cards and not get any rare cards. That's the reason why we have a scalper problem. Because you have to pull more than 100 packs to even get anything cool. That's fucking insane.
Card EX. Team Rocket's Kangaskhan. You've got Giovanni's smirk on like the right hand side. He's looking a bit too happy. One from the back. Swing it around. Fire type. Definitely not describing the pulls. Heliolisk. Meryl. Beautifly. I love this.
But I'm glad there's videos like this so I can know what a rip-off Pokemon is.
I pulled this one in, I reckon, a Japanese boost box opening with Rio. That's a really nice Pokemon card. Absolutely gorgeous. And I can tell you what, the illustration rays are doing their part. They're filling up nicely. Do we feel like we pulled...
So for an Ascended Heroes Elite Trainer box, I think you only get 9 packs. And that costs like more than $100. So he spent like $1,000, more than $1,000 for the 100 packs that he got, and he didn't get shit.
3 Mega Attacks? I don't think so. I reckon actually we should be getting a Mega Attack soon, and let it be either Dragonite or Gengar. Either one of those. I'm genuinely curious what that Gengar ends up looking like, because I think the colors look beautiful. Score Bunny, Gabite. Oh.
So that's one pack. That's another $10. He got a what? $10 for a counter gain.
How many trainer full-ups have we got? Counter game full-up right there? Alright, again, we'll see how the binder looks at the end. On to the next one. I like, do you ever open it up knowing there's got back? Do you feel, you're like, is there possible texture? Let's have a look, eh? Score Bunny, Snom, Metatite, Mawile, Pokepad, and the Rayquaza. Oh man. There's the code, one from the back, swing it around. Surfer, Snom, Scraggy, Starly, Frostmoth, Haunter, Chikorita, and oh my goodness, the final four. Alright, so I think it's clear. I'm not going to be able to pull anything out of these four. So let's go take it out to the big guns Rio and get her to decide which one's got the good hit in and see if she can actually pick out. Or just apply some good luck to these packs. Because I'm getting nervous I'm not going to pull anything.
Looking to stand out in today's job market? Southern New Hampshire University can help. With affordable career-focused grad program,
He found a way to incorporate his dog into the video again and show off his dog. Mastering. I think they might have deleted your message about mastering. Dirty, filthy YouTube. Yeah, I'm so sick of Pokemon, bro. Can't believe this dude just paid $1,000 and didn't get any fucking good cards.
Alright, so we're in Rio's turf, a little bed right here, and you're going to pick which of these four packs actually has a good hit. This one, this one, this one, or this one. Gonna pick one of the. Which one's got the good? Oh, this one right here. I think it was this one. And Bulbasaur's dead. Okay. Oh, has Rio done something? You think there's texture back there? Vanilla? Haunter? What do you think, Rio? How's Bulbasaur tasted? Oh, this luck is just in the trash can. Let's see if there's anything in the second one. You didn't get it right the first one. Oh, I reckon there is something. Okay, you take Bulbasaur. And Stunfisk. I can see why it didn't smell. It didn't smell like anything. Oh, you want to eat Stunfisk? Oh! No, you better not eat Stunfisk. Let's put that one to the side. We've got two more boosters. Nothing in this one? Let's find out. I don't know about this. Surely we have one hit. Oh, there's something there. There's something there. There's something there. There's something there. What is it? Oh, the Gengar! You did it! No way! I knew the real luck was coming so close. The Gengar! Oh, that's our best pull, I reckon, of the whole thing.
Well done, Rio.
Yeah, you couldn't care less, could you? Okay.
He got one good card. Fushigi! Fushigi! Oh my god, Fushigi? I can't believe you just brought up Fushigi.
Well, these are like the two, honestly.
Fushigi.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh yeah. The magic ball, bro. The magic fucking ball.
You're about to be mesmerized. It's here. It's what? It's
Fushigi!
leading the nation. It's Fushigi!
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah.
Fushigi, like, I don't know what it is. It's the
I don't-
coolest thing ever, and I
I don't know what it is. It's
I
like
am
the coolest thing
Goldie,
ever,
and
guys.
This is Fushigi. We're gonna show you
I don't even
how
know what
to
it
unlock the
is.
secrets of that magic gravity ball. No
She said, I don't know what this shit is, but it's the coolest thing ever. Oh my god. Fushigi!
Fushigi, like, I don't know what it is. It's the coolest thing ever, and I
She got her emo haircut in her fucking eyebrow. It's Fushigi, guys. I don't know what it is. I need to get a Fushigi and recreate this fucking commercial. I
Hi, I'm
can
Tim
do
Goldie,
it.
and this is fushigi. We're gonna show you how to unlock the secrets of fushigi, the magic gravity ball. Nope.
Yeah, the secrets of fushigi.
You decide. You can make fushigi defy gravity and appear to float in midair with maneuvers like the prayer cross, the enigma, levitation, and so many more. It floats, it levitates, it will confuse the senses with its mind-blowing movements. Young or old, big or small, anyone can fushigi from the minute they pick up the magic gravity ball.
The magic gravity ball. Bro, we were so cooked. What the fuck? This is like 2008. What the fuck is up with us? Man, it's been downhill ever since fushigi, man. That should be my fucking title of my video. It's been downhill since fushigi. What's up, Chris? Fushigi. I wish I had a fushigi. I'm gonna look it up.
To go subscribe to my Patreon at patreon.com/Tyler Oliveira for $5 a month. Back to the video. After speaking to frustrated Goyim in Muncie, I headed to Lakewood, New Jersey, one of the fastest growing Orthodox Jewish communities in America, where a similar Jewish takeover has taken place, leading to the gutting of the public school system, all while turning a predominantly working class Irish and Italian town into Little Jerusalem.
I'm trying to merge a gap to see if there's any way that we could actually be one community. Because as you can tell, it's two separate communities. Look around. You will not see a non-Jewish resident here.
We got the Yiddish bus.
This is really all Jewish stores.
Sure.
Now, that pizza place, it's going to be kosher pizza, probably.
A lot of these signs are written in Yiddish. And everything's insulated. Basically, you come here to this plaza and get everything you need. Quite convenient, quite nice.
Now, everyone can shop here. Of course, we could go in and they'll be friendly, but everything's geared towards one community. But
And is it always this way? This part here, is this newly developed in the last?
Oh, yeah. So this used to be a concrete yard.
Got it.
So we're almost where we're standing. Used to have rows of concrete trucks.
Sure. It's bustling. Busy.
Now, this place was packed with Jews buying groceries for Shabbos. But keep in mind, Goyim are fully allowed to come in here and shop whenever they please.
They're very friendly. I don't think anybody's going to be that nasty to us. Is a lot of the fear bullshit warranted? Definitely not. Definitely not. But I do think they don't feel comfortable enough to do that.
But it's important to understand the bigger picture here. As kosher stores move in, more Jews move here too, creating a positive feedback loop where a town rapidly becomes a Jewish hub, ultimately changing the character and identity of a town, and in Lakewood's case, overwhelming the infrastructure. Before we explore the many implications of life for Goyim as towns like Lakewood become increasingly Jewish, I want you to understand how quickly the word anti-Semitism gets weaponized in real time out here.
Anti-Semitism is lucrative, huh?
Why do you think anything that you don't like to see is anti-Semitism? What have I said that's anti-Semitic? Go.
When you talk about people accepting government money,
Yeah.
and the overlay is a bunch of pictures of fraud, and trying to twist it to make it look like we're doing fraud.
There were welfare programs that were defrauded by Jews. What did I say that was a lie?
There are
Go.
welfare programs that are defrauded by
Yes, I made a Minneapolis video as well. I made several videos. Why are you being so sensitive?
What you're trying to make it sound is like anyone who accepts government money in the Jewish community is doing fraud.
That's your interpretation.
What you're doing is dangerous.
How is this dangerous? Why should you be treated like a protected group? You're asking for special privileges.
No, we're not. We're asking just to be fair, and you're not being fair.
I am being fair.
This is going to make you a lot of money, and it's going to generate a lot of hatred towards the community that's seeing a rise in anti-Semitism that hasn't been seen in years. Every single day, our lives are at risk, And this is going to lead to more.
My sponsor literally got pulled out of the video once they learned the topic of that video. I lost the sponsorship. How is that lucrative? Tell me. So you say anti-Semitism, I say anti-Goyism. Listen, man, you got a kid in the car, I just noticed. Drive your kid home, get your groceries. You're getting hot, Dad. Let's go. It was good to meet you, though.
So you're arguing with the United States because the Senate obviously thought that we should pay for their money, so why don't you move to a different country?
Why don't you move back to Israel then if there's so much anti-Semitism, right? Like that guy said, why doesn't he go to Israel?
We are giving back. So,
Listen, in theory, welfare is a good idea. It's sweet, right? At what point is it too far? Because this was a program designed to help single moms after they get divorced and keep the kid from starving.
I also disagree with you that someone doesn't have a right to have a child.
I think you should have a child if you can afford it, right?
Interrupt real quick?
Sure. Let's hear it.
Okay. You two gentlemen, I saw a video of you walking into 136 Hillside. They asked not
Fair
to come
enough.
back. If
Amazing.
you come back, it'll be a trespassing charge. You're
Fair
trespassing.
enough.
Okay.
If you don't like the laws of America and you think that the government welfare is stupid or
I would like to change the laws. Just like you would like to create anti-Semitism protection laws that give you guys protected classes and protection against anti-Semitism, whatever that means, right? So why don't you go back to Israel? That would be my question.
Because I like it here.
Same here. I like it here, but I like to make some changes. We can both agree on that, right?
So please keep on moving.
God bless you. There we go. He loves us.
I know. Good.
Okay, you guys have group chats with me. You guys say, beware of this guy like I'm like Hitler or something. I'm like, come on, dude. I'm a nice guy. I talk to everyone.
Elon Musk has 12 kids. Why can't I have 12 kids?
He pays for them.
Because your story point over here is that people can't have children if they can't afford them. You, as a society, are born from people who started with two people. Two. Okay? Adam and Eve. That's it. You want to go with the Big Bang, but it started at some point. There was two people. And now there's billions. And there was trillions throughout the world. So you're saying if you can't have
What
kids...
does that have to do with anything? All of those people didn't have welfare. Adam and Eve had Cain and Abel. Did they have a government?
If you live in a government that decides that if you have children, we're going to help you. And everyone does their part.
You should not have more kids than you can afford. You're arguing that I should pay for your kids. That's what you're arguing.
I'm not arguing that I'm for kids.
You are.
I'm arguing that the government said.
No, that's our money. I pay taxes. I shouldn't be funding your
And you elected
kids.
Donald
Should
Trump.
not be funding your kids. You don't pay for my kids. Hey, fuck, I could do this all day. Why don't you go?
No, you should go because
You should go.
you're stopping traffic. Let's go. Move on.
He's stopping traffic, not me.
Yeah, right. No. You should move on. Nobody wants you here. Please move out.
He was saying, Tyler, he loves me.
So we're not allowed here?
Come. You want to come to the corner?
Where? Over there? Let's go move. Let's go.
You know, I know what you did in the video, and we all saw it, and we still see it. But it's like
What did I get wrong?
nobody can cross the government. The government knows everything. The United States federal government knows everything.
Not if you're fraudulently found.
No, it's not true. That if you feel that you live in a country that is corrupt,
I do.
why are you still living here?
Well, not everyone has options, right?
I can give you a list of 15, 20 countries off the bat. You can live
Yeah, regardless, let's say America is corrupt, I still want to live there.
You understand?
Oh, but hold on. Just because there is corruption here, which there is.
There is no.
What are you talking about? Let's not be silly here.
If there would be corruption, the FBI would love to come here first than any other location in the world.
Come on, that's not true.
Well, I read the numbers in Minnesota.
22 people indicted for Medicaid fraud?
Numbers in Minnesota. And listen, you can attack them as much as you want. What they did, that's big numbers, man.
Both of your schools had money laundering. You had people, yes, both.
There's 45 schools here.
So BMG had people that were charged with money laundering, and so did the school for special
As of
bills.
when? As of when?
2019, 2018, 2017. Look it up. It's all over
I
Google.
don't look it up. You gotta show it.
Come on.
95% of people in this facility between these 4 or 5 zip codes work very hard.
Yeah.
So if you want to go and dig in a place like here, Lakewood, where the same capital you're gonna find in this small percentage,
You're making me want to dig now. You're making me want to look.
you're already digging, man. You're digging already.
I'm at Whole
for
Foods.
4
What are you
months.
talking about? 4
What do
months?
you mean? Go break your head. You can keep on breaking your head.
I will break my head.
No problem. Eventually, when you break your head too
That's it.
much, you end up digging water. When you dig water, there's nothing under it.
Hubert Jackson, which is really like a continuation of Lakewood. By the way, I don't know if you know how I toppled the government there. They had all these anti-Semitic laws. It was crazy. I did have 2 conversations with the White House, and eventually DOJ got involved. But anyway, so I don't know. Are you already doing your Lakewood thing?
I'm here with Dr. Richard Roberts. You sold the pharmaceutical company for $800 million. You were the vice chairman of the Israel Advisory Committee for Donald Trump in 2016.
Yes.
And you reached out to me. Why did you reach out to me via email?
Because you posted that, first of all, you did your video at Curious Yoel in New York, and got a lot of Orthodox Jews very, very upset.
But why did you reach out to me?
But towards the end of the video, you saw the altruism in the community, and you seem to respect that. And since I could see that you seem to me to have a sincere desire to actually get the real facts, because if you were just bigoted against us, you wouldn't be struck or commenting on the altruism in our community.
But you casually toppled the Jackson government. A, what does that mean? B, how did you get a relationship with the White House?
I never spoke to DOJ. I did speak to people in the White House twice to tell them what was going on, because...
Who in the White House?
I think I don't want to say.
First off, though, so you mentioned Jackson's a continuation of Lakewood. You toppled the governments. You went to the White House willy-nilly. Called. Okay. You're connected to the White House.
I rarely leave my house.
Which just goes to show the scale of your connections, in my opinion. I hear this voicemail, I'm like, shiver me timbers, who am I dealing with a little bit here, right? This guy's... All right.
And you might be wondering, why are mega wealthy Jewish power brokers connected to Donald Trump trying to set the record straight with a lowly goy tuber like myself? This all begs the question, why are they so afraid of me?
I think that they just don't want you to portray Lakewood in a bad way. That's really all it is.
Is there any bad to see?
There's bad to see everywhere. It's good to see everywhere.
Exactly. The good, bad, and the ugly everywhere, right?
100%. I used to live here in Lakewood when I was in 9th and 10th grade. I love Lakewood. There's so much Jewish life here. It's so easy to be Jewish, and everything's cheaper. It's amazing here.
Why did Lakewood become such a large Jewish hub?
So I think it started with BMG, Base Marriage Kavoa, and then you had a lot, BMG.
Yeah, tell me more about BMG though, right? I hear it's like the Harvard of yeshivas.
Yes, it's top notch. You just sit and learn all day. You already finished your high school phase. Most people went to Israel already, came back, and they just sit and learn all the time. It's amazing. I used to do it when I was a teenager. Lakewood's an amazing place and everything, and I think I've seen your videos all over. I just think that people get nervous and stuff like that, but you're just coming here filming the truth, and you're working just like we are. That's it. We're all in the same boat.
What should we know about Lakewood?
Great place. You're always welcome here.
Thank you. Yeah, we've got, it's welcoming for the most part. A few guys are fired up. We try to give them the chance to speak, have a conversation. Do a little... What whisper did we miss?
Nothing. I gotta go now, but
I love it. To a T. A guy gets a whisper, then he goes quiet. Would you like to say anything? How you doing? Or with this guy whispering in his brethren's ears, he comes up when they're talkative and sweet, and he goes psst, 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 and then they stop talking. It is miraculous. Tyler, good to meet you. What's your name?
If I say something good, are you gonna put it on?
Let's go. We just met up with the guy. He was like pissed off that we like come around here and explore. This guy's killing me, dude. The psst, psst. He's treating you like a child.
The whole world's gonna laugh so nice. I know.
This is pathetic. He's treating you like a child. Who is this guy?
Why are you guys
This
being
is
told what to
pathetic.
say?
Let the man speak. Okay, does that not look like suspicious activity?
Why is there so much secrecy if you have nothing to hide?
Why would he do that? He's the head whisperer. All right, tell me what you're going to say.
That's money everyone makes in this town? Crazy, man.
What?
The police is also going to follow us. That's why.
Going to follow us.
There's a police response, special response unit, and the cops have their internal monologue that they're going to just show us around.
Amazing. So given that the cops are being called so often, they're just going to follow us around all day. Land of the free, home of the brave. And then I stumbled upon a kosher collision. Another example of Lakewood's infamously terrible driving. We're just showing how densely trafficked it is out here, how much traffic there is. We want to show some of the driving differences out here.
I don't think you're saying the fear statement. This has nothing to do with dense driving.
Oh, what does it have to do with bad driving skills? Or snow?
Totally because of the snow.
Fair.
Then this could be a get-up.
That's fair.
I understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
That's not what happened. Well, actually, no one will go.
Totally fair, okay. You need help getting pushed? Alright.
Why are you making up the story? Because you in the documentary. There was not one car inside that accident.
Oh, you just hit the wall. You hit anyone?
No.
Do you need help getting pushed? Okay, we're gonna get out of here. Oh, you're good. And then anyone else?
You need a job.
I agree. No, I mean, I'm employed. I employ a lot of people, actually.
You make money for doing nothing.
For doing nothing? Do you think moving capital and charging interest is something more valuable than I do, or what?
Well, I think you should write about
Tell me.
the hundreds of thousands of people that you favor people every day.
Tell me more.
Open up a book. You never saw so many charity organizations as you have here. Like,
I know there's so many 501c3s, it makes me wonder. Are they all charitable? Are they feeding for tax exemptions? You know, would you say this is a great place to move to for a young family? If I have a kid or a wife, a young wife? Okay. Not just the Jews.
My best friends are going.
Okay, respect. What do we have here? We have a... Hey, it's good to meet you.
You see that?
I saw it. What is the name of that organization once again? Hatzola. Okay, good to meet you, man. See you later. We have Hatzola up here to help the community. Yeah, this guy doesn't even know what the First Amendment is. Don't be a joker, bro. Come on. Yes. Come over here. Come over here. I need to get you like a second number. So, what's your Instagram? You have Facebook?
No, I don't think.
Look at these hundreds. I thought it was been leaked.
You're a little child. Give me a number. I promise you.
Why are you insulting?
I'm not insulting you. Just insulting.
Come on, I'm a little child.
Give me a number. I promise you I'll make it work for you.
All right, look, give me your email. Give me your email. Give me your email.
732. Give me my number.
All right, awesome. And what was your first name?
Motion.
We're gonna do some big stuff.
You're afraid.
I don't even know what's going on. Oh man, these guys are next level. I feel like I got dropped off on an alien planet. And you might be wondering, what is Hatzola and how are they able to blast through red lights like that? It's like a community watch, but they think they are cops. If you notice, they had their lights on and they just ran a red light, just like a police officer would do. No uniform. They had the Jewish uniform on, white pants and the curls. In a police car is what it looked like, but he's not a police officer, and he's blasting through the lights like he is a cop. There's a Hatzola billboard right there, Mike. What is that for? I mean, you're asking me questions. I don't know if I have the answers to why. Because once again, because there's competing Hatzola. You have competing groups of these... Of a non-profit volunteer emergency service? Yes. It sounds like a business, right? But literally every organization out here is a tax-exempt 501c3. If you dig through the filing, go on ProPublica.com, you'll be surprised to realize everything basically is a tax-exempt 501c3. Yes, because it's all through the religions. What are your concerns? Why are we interviewing you? So, I think I echo the concerns of many non-religious people in my area. And the biggest concern is how one group of people gets to act that is separate, segregated from everybody else. And that group being Jews. Yes, Jews, exactly, yeah, 100%. But you know what, it's in my area, it's Jews. In other areas, and you obviously see the Somalian, right, in Minnesota, there's things that are happening all over the area, but yes, in my particular area, it is Jews, and it's Jews that are expanding their territory.
Okay, so my name is Jenna Galarza. I've lived in Jackson for approximately 23 years. I want to say it really started affecting me when I had my children. I have twins, they're 20 now. In assimilation perspective, you want to be able to teach your children how to talk to other children and, be part of other cultures. And that was when it really started hitting me.
What hit you?
Let's say if I would go to a store which was closer to Lakewood, I'm pushing a double stroller, I have twins, and I noticed that nobody would hold the door open for you. Yeah, at one point, a door literally got slammed on my twin stroller, and I was just like, whoa. At that point, there wasn't a lot of Orthodox living in Jackson, but they were coming to our parks a lot. And they would come to the parks, busloads, vans full, and the park would just get turned upside down. I mean, we're talking about diapers being changed anywhere and being thrown on the floor. We're talking about children literally urinating in public and absolutely not interacting with your children. So listen, at that time, if it was a minion, there was 10 men, not a big deal. But then you started to notice that it was no longer just 10 people. It was 20 people and 30 people. Just completely changing the feel, the character, the comfort that you once had in your neighborhood is no longer there.
And another source of conflict is the Jewish community using residential homes as places of worship, often without approval from the Jackson Planning Board, bringing in tons of outside traffic and destroying the peaceful quality of the neighborhood.
We can have if you work in an office and there's 10 Jewish men there, you can just take a conference room for 10 minutes. We don't need like a formal church. I've prayed in parking lots with, we're going somewhere and there's get other guys together and
but if you're living in a residential neighborhood and this house becomes like a revolving door of people coming in and praying constantly, parking their cars, I imagine there's some quality of life concerns, right? Increase in traffic and the streets being covered with cars and people all over the place, or what?
I don't think that's what really happened, but maybe on the Sabbath. But you're not having any Somites to probably say that because they don't like us. They don't want us.
this home used to be probably about 1,100 square feet. It does have a new owner. Apparently, they did get permits to expand on their house. Most of the permits are just, kind of just given. Nothing is really followed through. This home will be being used for a full-out temple.
Temple.
Yeah. Well, that means that they're going to be praying in this home several times a day, probably staying over on Friday nights until Saturdays. As you could see, there's no parking lot here. This is going to affect every person that lives here. And the other problem that I have with this, and that I think should be looked into, is there's definitely funding going to these places.
If I was a concerned neighbor and I said, hey, they're building a temple, what the hell? What might happen next?
You would probably be called an anti-Semite. They will make your life miserable. Nobody wants to live across the street to a synagogue. It is a tactic of getting people to sell their homes, and they will have buyers for them.
And you see this, and then you watch buildings get built before they're approved. They build and ask permission later, and then if they even don't get permission, they sue and they win for permission. So when you have all these things where they're creating hatred, they create the double standard, they create the animosity between two groups. And when I say they, I mean governments and people that buy off politicians to make favorable laws, because a lot of this they do is legal because they bought the politicians to make it legal.
Do you think residents in Jackson who do not want Jackson to be majority Jewish or to look, feel, and sound like Lakewood, do you think that is anti-Semitic?
Well, people have a right to freedom of speech and freedom of their opinion, even if they're going to be bigoted.
Do you think that's bigoted, though, right? Because I imagine you don't want this place to be Islamic.
Only because the radical Islamists want to kill us. Other than that, I have no problem.
And they're radical Jews and they're radical Christians. Right?
Which Orthodox Jews are radical Jews that want to hurt people?
Many people could argue there are distinct sects of Judaism that are.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, you wouldn't want Lakewood to become predominantly Muslim. Radicalism aside, though, right?
Right.
Just like Jackson residents don't want it to be predominantly Jewish.
So if a Muslim wants to buy a house here and pay way more than what the house would sell outside of our community because of the fact that the prices go up when we come in, they're free to do it. And
yeah, but I just don't think it's bigoted for you to not want it to be predominantly Muslim. Why would you? You're Jewish.
So Jackson Strong is kind of like a unofficial organization that I had started. When I saw everything turning, I just was very vocal on social media, and I decided to organize. Certain people really wanted to get involved. There were a few of us that, we would have letter writing campaigns, making a lot of calls to county officials, local officials, and state officials, trying to find out what ordinances could be created, what we could do to help prevent a full-out turnover. A sign would say Jackson Strong don't sell, meaning if a new neighbor moves in next to you, don't run, don't sell. Why would you move? Stay strong, right?
Would they sell?
They would sell because it just got too much. And anytime you would say anything about it, you were anti-Semitic. I mean, there were Facebook pages created just to slander me. They would manipulate pictures of me. They would put, Russian hats on me, a Hitler mustache. These were things that were even coming out of Israel. At one point, there was a post where, somebody had said that, she needs to have an ice pick in her eye, and something like that. I did go to the prosecutor's office, and my Jackson Strong page was taken down for no good reason at all. It was just taken down. There was a page, Rise Up Ocean County, which was a pretty important part of everything that was happening. That page was taken down also. However, it was hijacked. So when our page was taken down, just for stating the facts, when you're bringing out the Kaporis incidents, when they're cutting the necks of the chickens and blood is pouring through the streets, and then you're talking about that and you're posting videos, and all of a sudden your Facebook page gets taken down, only to be replaced with a complete anti-Goyim harassment page. And you could report that page over and over, and you could have a campaign of people reporting that page. Yet that page remained up.
Do you want Lakewood to be predominantly Muslim? Just you personally?
No.
And why?
Because it's a...
Say they don't want to kill you.
I'm fine with people moving in, but to have Jewish schools, we have to have a critical mass of Jews here to support Jewish schools. To have kosher grocery stores, supermarkets, we have to have a critical mass of Orthodox Jews here to support kosher supermarkets. By the way,
so using that logic, why would anyone in Jackson want Jackson to have more and more Jews move? You're arguing there needs to be a critical mass for...
How are we infringing on their right, on their ability to do whatever they want?
I'm not saying you are, but why would they want that? Why would it be bigoted?
They don't have to want or not want. If somebody's selling their house to an Orthodox Jew, the Orthodox Jew who is allowed to buy the house.
Sure, but I'm talking about the people who are not selling their houses to Orthodox Jews.
Then they have the right to do that.
Of course. But that doesn't make them a bigot to not want it. It doesn't mean they're hateful. It doesn't mean they hate you.
What is it in their lifestyle that we're going to change?
All right, so we could start with the traffic. Infrastructure-wise, they're just throwing up these ginormous structures. They tend to have basement apartments also, so they'll rent those out. Right now, there is probably upwards 2,000 to 3,000 homes that have been bought and are just being rented out right now by the Orthodox community, that they will move in when they're ready to move into them. There's been a problem with light pollution. Now we're seeing LED lights everywhere. You know, there's a lot of issues. And then let's just talk about the thing that breaks my heart more than anything, which is the school system. So what's happening is our Board of Education is going bankrupt. Between the formula in the state giving all of the money to the poorer communities, which has been proven to not work. We're losing that kind of funding, but we're being depleted from the busing. We are required by state law to provide busing to all the private school students. Why are we paying for busing for schools that are not teaching a standard curriculum? If 80% or 90% of their curriculum is religious studies, why are the taxpayers paying for that busing? And then to add insult to injury, we have recently sold 2 of our schools, and they have been bought by the Orthodox community.
Who are you, Chris?
I am a councilman in Jackson, New Jersey.
And what are we in front of right now?
We're in front of the former Sylvia Rosenauer School. The school was unfortunately shut down due to budget issues in Jackson. It was purchased by a private school.
Okay, so this is a private Jewish-only school right now?
Yes. As the state cuts our funding, we continue spending more and more public money on private schools, and it's kind of creating the perfect storm that's destroying our public education system.
So all of the school systems are completely strained by the influence of the Jewish non-students. They don't even use the public school system, but yet it costs the public school system a lot of money.
Because we Orthodox Jews, we pay the full school taxes to support the public schools and for busing. And the only thing that we get to use is busing.
You take Jackson Township, their pass-through budget was nothing in like 2017. What pass-through laws are, the federal state laws, where it says that the school system has to pay for the busing of private school students. The more people that moved into Jackson, they go to school in Lakewood. So no, Jackson has to bus their kids to Lakewood. Now they don't bus non-Jewish students. They have segregated busing. So you have girls bus, boys bus. It costs the towns millions and millions of dollars, while at the same time, it decreases the enrollment that they have. So when the enrollment decreased, couple that with a really shit school funding formula in New Jersey, the towns spend way more money and they get way less in return.
And now, in a modern day and time, who thinks it's okay to separate boys and girls, not allowing them to be together, not allowing them to go to school together, be on the same bus? And because of a religious practice, you're forcing the public to pay extra money for things like that.
We have to send our children to religious schools because of the values that are taught in the secular schools. If there are population changes, schools consolidate. We're not the first place that's happened, nor the last place.
The Jewish community is extremely racist. Could you imagine if I said that my children could not play with somebody's children because they were black? What a different conversation we would be having. Why is it okay?
We only eat kosher food. If our kids play in a non-religious Jew's home, they might be given non-kosher food to eat. Also, we generally don't have televisions in our home and don't want to bring the secular values of homosexuality, of adultery, theft, of cursing, and go on and on. We don't want to bring this into our society. The Orthodox Jews are paying full property tax, which is how the schools are funded, and we don't get the benefit of the school building, the school teachers. So we have to also pay for our private education. So they're getting our money and we're getting nothing for it.
Funding is going to go down. You're going to have to make cuts. You're going to have to keep closing schools. They just shut down another big school, which is going to be converted into, might be one of the world's largest yeshivas right here in town. Let's be real. New Jersey State is essentially a criminal organization because everything everything they do is for some type of special interest, for somebody to benefit somehow.
They take a house, they get that house built for a public mikvah only for Jewish people, right? So they say it's for the public, but it's not. It's just for a select private group of people. The house is now a 501c religious organization, so it doesn't pay taxes, so the town loses the tax money.
Yep.
And then, like in this case, that mikvah was being built before it was even approved, so everyone sees that.
This is going to be a mikvah, which is a religious bathhouse.
Where women get purified
Correct.
after their periods?
Yes, and it prepares them for their childbearing time.
Sex.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's little things like this when they get in an area, they put what they need, their special needs. It doesn't benefit the community, anything that they put. It benefits only them.
So this is a house of worship, a shawl. This has been operating now probably for about 6 or 7 years. This is one of the ones that we first realized was non-owner occupied. Now, meaning that you have a better chance of not having issues if you live in the home. You have prayer, but nobody was living in this home. Generally you should have to get the proper permits and everything. But our town has been very accommodating. For bad behavior. As you could see, they did install a light for them here, so they could safely pull in and out and cross the street.
And that's a symptom of the increased traffic into this location, right? A light just for this house.
Correct. This is zone residential.
As I told you, we have to be together for schools, for synagogues, for kosher food. So you're gonna start buying the next block over. It happens to be Jackson and Tom's River. Now it's going into Howell because we're having lots of children, and thank God we're having lots of children. Thank God almost all of them stay religious, get married early, and having children, and the community is just growing and growing. So in Jackson, they passed regulations against Orthodox Jews, and not only that, they were harassing us. Let me give you an example. We prayed 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, and evening. So Jackson, they were very unprofessional, very amateurish. So they had their code enforcement department counting the number of Jews on the street, and they left the emails on their Jackson Township email system. So when litigation ensued, it came out in discovery. So they say, I see 3 men wearing the garb, carrying Bibles, going into this house. And the inspectors would actually go onto the property and peer into the window to see if we were praying.
Okay, so the house was zoned residentially, and it is being used as a house of worship?
No, you could just go in there. The guy who owns the house, you can just go in there and pray. We do it all the time. Just like, when I have the Super Bowl here, I have 50 people here.
In contrast to the Super Bowl, how often does this congregation happen per year? Is it every week?
Oh no, we pray 3 times a day. No.
3 times a day versus once a year, though, right? That's an important distinction.
Oh, I'm not going to say, but every week they get during football season, get people over watching football, and they get 30 people in the house watching football, right? Anybody in America can do that, and they're not cited for a violation.
You don't think they would have been treated the same if it were a mosque or a church?
There are Christian groups, and they were not harassed like we were.
So you guys were singled out, in your opinion?
Yeah, for sure.
What happened in Jackson? What anti-Semitic laws is he referring to in his opinion?
So it's everybody is reacting in their own way, zoning law-wise, to try to fight what they do. And what that is like buying corner lots that are unbuildable, using the RLUPA laws to build on them. So what happened was there was...
Fushigi was peak. They still sells fushigi on like eBay, but I don't know. I thought they would be cheaper by now. I still want like $25 for fushigi.
A little bit of a rush to stop Lakewood. I would say about 2010-ish, where you saw different towns making different zoning laws. Brick did its own little thing, tightened up zoning laws in certain areas, and they did it in a way where it wasn't pointing out one religion. Jackson kind of did it in a way where they did point out one religion, but
what does that mean?
So it's like they tried stopping the shoals in the middle of the houses, but what they did was they worded it and they said things as they were doing. Like the people on the boards were saying stupid shit during the discussion that were anti-Semitic, basically to give them fuel to come in and say, "You guys are making anti-Semitic laws." Okay, it wasn't necessarily what they were trying to do; it was how they were trying to do it. Now the council president up there, Mordecai Bernstein, who was a part of it. You have that guy Richie Roberts. They got the DOJ to do an investigation. They sued under RLUPA, and they had the DOJ do an investigation into them. They hammered Jackson. So now it's like Jackson is castrated and cannot even fight it anymore because they got told by the federal government and the state government they get to do whatever the hell they want. So now that's why you're seeing the synagogues going up in single family or multiple family, big houses, $800,000, $900,000 houses. We lost a lawsuit on this property that was too small of a property on the buildable lot. The people that came out to that meeting made this type of comment. This was deemed anti-Semitic. This is a family neighborhood. We like to keep it a family neighborhood. Anti-Semitic. This is what the judge quote cited as anti-Semitic. Are you going to be renting this house or are you going to be living in it? Anti-Semitic. What type of family would want to live on this type of block? Anti-Semitic. That's how petty it gets.
Beginning 10 years ago, they called you an anti-Semite for outlining all of these points. Were you wrong?
I was right. There are plenty of county roads in Jackson. Nobody's saying that you cannot put your house of worship on those county roads, where you could put a proper parking lot and you could have proper traffic. So why are we dealing with houses of worship within walking distance that could be on main roads? Air roofs are up. Why instead are we putting them smack in the middle of residential areas? Because it's another way to get people out of there. It's another way to create a complete religious enclave.
And this all begs the question, does the Jewish community living in peace come at a direct cost of the non-Jews also trying to live in peace? Can the two groups get along? Toward a mostly all-Jew neighborhood in Lakewood to understand Jennifer's frustration a bit more, what she sees as Jackson's seemingly unavoidable future. Where are we at, Jenna?
We are in Westgate, aka Kosher West, aka the Little Tykes Graveyard.
I'm noticing lots of toys in the lawn, car seat that may not be getting used, tons of minivans, many children, many families, full trash cans, abandoned vehicles, a lot going on here.
Correct. This is on the border of Jackson. And unfortunately, I see this as being Jackson's future if we don't get a hold of things.
Let's go for a walk. How large are the families out here?
Again, anywhere from 6 to 12 children.
This is all Orthodox Jews for the most part?
This is predominantly, probably 99.9% religious.
Could I buy a home here?
I don't believe you could.
Obviously, legally, according to the Fair Housing Act, it's illegal for them to discriminate against me, but practically speaking, could I buy a home?
No. Okay. This community is allowed to police themselves. They're allowed to do what they want to do. Rules don't apply. Yeah, the trash cans. We have a problem now in Jackson with rats, which we've never had before. It's definitely a concern. It's a complete religious enclave, yes.
This bus right here is paid for by a Lakewood taxpayer, correct?
Correct.
We're walking. We're trying to walk. You got it. Yes. Call the cops.
Here, it's strictly about religion. Nothing else. All these men going to yeshiva until they're 35 years old. They're not producing college students. They're not producing people that are going to go and benefit the greater good of our society.
It's sort of an investment in a insulated, one-way economy.
Correct. Without anybody contributing.
How are you? We're filming a little documentary. Yeah, for YouTube. Would you like to say hi?
I actually recognize your face.
I'm infamous. That's me. Yes. It's good to meet you. How are you?
I actually can't.
I see.
I'm sorry.
No worries. It's good to meet you. Yeah. We're just walking around talking. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Like, not everybody.
This is true. I'm noticing a strong spectrum here. Even Orthodox, right?
Yeah.
So I gotta say, very refreshing. Sweet woman.
Yeah.
Hi. Good luck.
That's the funny
nice.
thing. That's the funny thing about it. I mean, a lot of the women are very nice and very welcoming.
Yeah.
And you can have a conversation with them, but at the end of the day, they can't be your friend.
No parking. What's that?
They don't want to live amongst us. They don't want to live with us. They just want to live and exist and not have us be part of their lives. We've had people stand up at our council meeting in Jackson and say, I'm sorry, we cannot let our children play with your children.
For the Orthodox community, the reason that we choose sometimes to live with ourselves is because we are, as a culture, very careful with the influences our children have. My children don't know they don't have any access to YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, any of these things. And part of that safety is that after school, all of us as neighbors share those same values and rules and restrictions.
It's about unity, it's about assimilation, it's about, the American culture, and that's what we're losing.
Can the Jews and the Gentiles get along?
Absolutely. We don't
You're calling for unity.
Absolutely. I also understand that this is their way of thinking, this is how they were trained, this is how they were brought up.
We're happy for them to stay. We don't like push them out. We had a neighbor Wheeler right across the street over one house. We were sorry to see them go. Is it fair that you have a house that's worth $300,000 and someone says, I really want to live in this neighborhood, I'll give you $600,000 for it?
I think it's great if you're trying to sell your house.
Okay, and if he doesn't have to. Like this woman, she didn't have to sell a house.
I think there's an argument in some instances of people who have claimed that they've been pressured, harassed, or intimidated to sell their house.
So it's not intimidation. It only could be that too many people are knocking on their door asking, do you want to sell your house?
Okay, so there's blockbusting. You know, that's when they approach you to sell your house, which is a level of harassment. There's intimidation, telling you that, you know, your decorations are not Yiddish, or approaching you and asking you, when are you moving? You know, you could have a child who's 4 or 5 years old, being your neighbor, and you could be very nice to that child, and one day they will just come out and say to you, when are you leaving? Well, that's learned behavior. They're hearing that, right?
There's rows of housing. You saw it yesterday. 4, 5, 6 cars per place. Tight, super tight houses.
The few people that I've spoken to, a lot of it stems from fear and their loss of their way of life, right? I don't think it stems from hatred, from what I've heard.
So some hate it and some fear to change in their in their neighborhood. These people are moving in that don't look like them, that, you know, seem different, and I can understand it, but there are laws about discrimination, and you know, people bought homes legally because the non-Jews that lived there made a lot of money off the Jews in selling the home.
Well, look at, you know, Little Italy, and look at Chinatown in New York, and how come it was okay for them to live amongst themselves? The key there is assimilation. Their children went to public schools. They worked in the public sector. They invited anybody who wanted to come into their community. They provided for them in their community. Huge difference there. This is not a welcoming community. This is not somebody who's saying, we're going to build this show. Come on in. We want to teach you a little bit about our religion and our beliefs, but we want to involve you in it. And this has been a topic that I have brought up at several council meetings when there have been times when there's been a project or something that they wanted to approve, and we were trying to kind of, you know, bring it to people's attention that this project is not going to benefit the community as a greater good. The Jewish community is extremely racist, and I would go as far to say as the Jackson government should be ashamed of themselves.
Beautiful traffic event again. What?
Welcome.
Is that a strategic honk?
I think so.
I'm not sure what the strategy there was. Who's he honking at now? Can I say hi? Hello! Alright, so you're just honking. I'm not sure what the strategy is. How are you? I came down and waved and said hi. We're going to see how long he's just going to remain honking. How are you doing? He's going to break his horn. This guy does have a cheeky sense of humor, which I can appreciate. That honk was promised to him. See what else, face. I think I'm going to sue him. His kids in there is doing that? What? Man, I think this guy actually might be immensely challenged, so we're going to give him a break. So listen, we can talk all the niceties we want. There is hostility.
Oh, yeah. But you know what? That's not going to happen walking down our streets.
But as we were trying to escape and rest our ears from the Jews honking at us from all directions, I spotted these dudes tracking us. Turns out I had summoned the Shomrim Police, the Jewish community's internal police force that receives both federal funding and township funding.
You guys want to be interviewed?
No.
Okay, respect. Are we in the heart of Lakewood right now? Just curious. Alright, he's pushing it. What's up? You want to see an interview? Okay.
I don't think it was nice how you portrayed the Jewish people and...
What are we talking about? What's the context real quick?
What's the context?
Are we talking about Curious Joel?
Yes. I just don't think it was you were trying to portray. I think you just came into with a more of what you had a picture in your head trying.
What do you think I got wrong? What do you think was misrepresented? Like, I'm just trying to learn. What do you actually think I got wrong about it?
I just think there was agenda.
You gotta elaborate a little bit, though. You know.
What was the front of the YouTube page posted as? What was the Inside the New York town invaded by welfare-addicted Jews.
Thank you. You answered the question.
Was I wrong, though?
I actually think it's not true, but again, you can say whatever you want. It's not welfare addicted. This is what it is.
Welfare reliance, welfare dependent. What would be a better?
Programs don't have it.
All right.
What are you arguing? That I have an obligation as a taxpayer to fund you and how many kids you want to have? If you want to have 30 kids, that's just how it is.
I'm arguing that if the law is set up to have certain criteria for people, and it's according to children, then people who qualify for it, legally qualify for it, with no fraud at all, are entitled to get it.
And you'll give me the credit of acknowledgement I never said that was fraudulent.
Yes, that's right.
I think it's exploitative by nature, though. Yeah, why don't you throw all your money at them and help sustain their lifestyle? Why do I have to take a cut of my paycheck to go towards Kiryas Joel's insulated Hasidic Jewish community that has nothing to do with me? I'll never get anything out of. There's zero upside for them to exist for me.
Anyways, we have the government makes criteria for getting financial aid. And if someone qualifies for that criteria, I'm not sure why when the Jew does it, you're calling it exploitive or taking advantage, but you don't say that to all the other people, populaces that don't have it.
Well, I've never seen anything of this scale where the families are this large and it's sort of baked into their strategy of childhood.
So are you against having children, having a lot of children?
I'm pro-children, that's great. I think that you should be able to afford it, and I want to make an important distinction between the Amish, let's say, and the Hasidic Jews in Kiryas Joel. You tell me what's the difference.
Oh, there's tons of differences.
Tons of differences. Most importantly, as it relates to finance, though, the Amish pay for themselves. They're self-sustaining. They're not reliant on welfare programs funded by the taxpayer.
I think I heard in a video there's, 40,000 people in Kiryas Joel? 44,000. And you spoke to 20 people around on the street.
Or perhaps an insufficient sample size.
And who obviously are not the ones working, because if they're working, they wouldn't have been on the street, they'd be working.
Sure, but it belies a pretty interesting question, right? How do they afford to raise such large families? How do they afford to study full-time?
First, I could bifurcate your question. There's two groups. One is the ones who are learning full-time, and the other is the ones that are working. For Hasidim, almost all of them go out to work. However, when they first get married, for the first 2 or 3 years, they'll learn Torah full-time. The wife will work, they don't have any children yet, maybe they'll have 1 kid or 2 children, and then they'll get help from their family. And if their income qualifies, which it probably does, for financial aid, they'll get financial aid.
Yeah, we got this guy following us. We're playing games now. We got the security van rolling on us. We roll on down. We got 1, 2, 3 police. Surely there's no conflict of interest we're about to experience. I wonder what law they're going to claim I violated. How you doing? My name's Tyler. How are you? Good to meet you, Josh. I don't know. We're just getting stocked.
Yeah?
Well, low key, yeah. My name's Tyler Oliveira. We're filming a little YouTube video. That's me, yeah.
What are you doing under?
Documentary on Lakewood and surrounding towns. Am I being detained? Is there a probable cause for this interaction? What's going on?
He's got a concern saying that you're walking up to people asking them questions.
Luckily, this is America, and that is the First Amendment, right? It's beautiful, and I get you're doing your job.
You guys come out here, right? So you guys do like a documentary?
Exactly, it's still a documentary. Right now, hey, how you guys doing? You guys want to say what's up?
What's up? What's up?
Okay, well, it's good to meet you guys. I know you guys got more important things to do, but good to meet you guys. Good to meet you. Thanks for keeping everyone safe. Thank you. Yeah.
Public safety.
Yeah.
And we got multiple calls, same reason why PD got.
Okay.
That's it. We're just gonna follow you around and let everybody know that if they don't have to talk to you.
With the Schomburg police on our back, it felt like we were being policed by a secondary form of law enforcement that seemed to exclusively defend the interests of the Jewish community. Speaking of double standards, let's talk about politics.
I firmly believe that the tactics within this community, I would liken it to organized crime. We have an ultra-Orthodox person as our council president. You know, you can't think that there's not going to be things happening and rules and laws created to make his community stronger and better.
When do you eventually become involved in Jackson politics, let's say? You live in Lakewood, you don't even live in Jackson. Why do you even get involved?
What happened was this act of discrimination against the Orthodox Jews in Jackson was going on for about a year. And I had people calling me from Jackson with like anonymous numbers, Orthodox Jews, who were afraid for their safety. But, you know, we're generally not violent people. If we have to defend ourselves, we will. And I think a substantial number of people in Lakewood now own guns.
Why?
Why?
They became fearful.
Oh, yes, because of the rise of anti-Semitism and the attacks on Jews. After about a year of them calling me, I really couldn't take it anymore. They're suffering.
Why did you topple the government?
I told you
How
why.
did you do it with these?
Oh, it was not with ease. It was a tremendous amount of work. Agent in Manhattan, trying to get the stories out to the press, and then I met with this political group, like I said, who ran senatorial campaigns. We got the cell phone numbers of all the people in Jackson, and we planned a text. We started a website called FamiliesForJacksonJustice.org. By the way, I've since abandoned the website. Anti-Semites took it over. It's like when the Republican Club, which was vehemently anti-Semitic and run by the mayor of Jackson, had a U.S. Senate candidate, Republican, there for their meeting, I had spies inside the organization, non-Jews, who were telling me what was going on. So the Republican Club, they had their senatorial candidate about to speak. We then texted to everyone in Jackson 5 minutes before he spoke, here's this new website exposing the religious discrimination, and had it populate all kinds of information, statements. The mayor of Jackson had been voice recorded, not by me, but it was sent to me, where he was asked by the chairman of the Ocean County Republican Party if these were churches, would we be opposing them? He said, absolutely not. It was discrimination against Jews. They were going crazy with all the things I was doing, putting pressure on them. There was fighting going on among the elected political people. Resignations had started. And then I put out the ad on Fox News.
New developments in that deadly attack in New Jersey. Surveillance video shows they clearly targeted that Jewish market.
There's a synagogue located next door. There's no question that this is a hate crime.
Anti-Semitism is on the rise, and now it's coming from Jackson Township's government. Elected officials in Jackson have passed ordinances targeting Orthodox Jewish families. Exposed township emails show officials surveilling religious Jewish families, praying in their homes. They even took revenge on a decorated veteran who testified against their anti-Semitism. Jackson officials are intimidating Jewish families, and they admit it.
If these were charges, would we be fighting? Absolutely not.
Shameful. This isn't America.
Put on the cable network provider for that area. In the meantime, I had 2 different calls with the White House. I know you want to ask me 1,000 questions. I will answer nothing more than that. So, because.
And to be fair, yeah, the mayor's statement seems pretty damning, right? Him saying, I wouldn't do this.
Yeah, right. And you heard that on the commercial.
Yeah.
By the way,
it seems discriminatory.
By the way, he's one of my best friends now.
Life's long,
But here's what happened. More Orthodox Jews kept moving in because of the financial and demographic forces I told you about, and we started to become a larger part of the electorate. And he was coming up for re-election as mayor, and he asked someone if he could come here and apologize to me. And he came here and he said when he signed those resolutions, he knew it was the wrong thing to do. But he said he was under so much pressure from all the political types in Jackson, and the people have constituencies, and they were yelling at me. So he just signed it, and he wants to tell me now that he regrets doing it, and he's going to work to get rid of those regulations. Then the result was the Orthodox Jewish community embraced him, and we supported him. And I became the largest donor to his re-election campaign. It wasn't $1 million.
He becomes an ally for the Orthodox Jewish community.
He becomes not bigoted against us.
It's the Jewish vote. This is another form of corruption. Imagine if I said, "Hey, I'm going to give you this amount of money, and you do this." Okay, you can't do that. But if I could say, "Hey, I'm going to deliver you 50,000 votes that are all going to vote for you." So take Jack Citarelli in New Jersey. They were bragging that all of the blogs got together, all the Jewish blogs got together, and were voting for Jack Citarelli. They did so like 97%. That voting block doing that now says, like, what they do is they take that and say, hey, we got all these votes, and we're going to all vote for you, but what are you going to do for us? And if you don't vote with us, we're going to take all of these votes, and we're going to put our support behind somebody else. It's what they tried doing to Chris Pollock. I know, I spoke to the dude who basically said it. They said it very arrogantly, where it was like, oh, we have 6,500 Jewish votes in Jackson. He is not winning. That's what they said to me. What? And he didn't just win, he won by a landslide, because a lot of people showed up for him.
Yeah. And by people, we're talking non-Jewish voters?
Even Jewish voters. He got over 20% of the Jewish vote, Chris Paul. Yeah, 100%.
So the tides are shifting in Jackson, perhaps?
I think there's a group of people that, on both sides, that don't like what certain groups are doing. Remember, There's a lot of really good Jewish people that look really bad by these actions. The main comment that comes through my feed, no matter what it's about, Jacksonburg, whatever, this town is finished. It's over. I don't know if you can stop them, and I'm not saying you can, but that doesn't mean you don't fight it. It doesn't mean you don't do what you can to do it. And you had people like Chris Pollock that he said, I'm going to do it the way of politics.
Okay, so Chris, I see these homes being built. Why are the locals so opposed to these houses being built? It seems still pretty peaceful out here. What's going on? What changes have you noticed?
Well, it's becoming rapid changes and rapid development. You're going to be seeing a heavy increase in the population, and I don't know if our town is suited to handle it. Unfortunately, I've heard from several people that some developments only particularly want one group in there. It's people who've gone in there and asked, hey, I'm interested in these homes. Some of them have been told it's not for them. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
It seems like it's only for one group and one community. And
who's that group?
It seems like it's only for the Jewish community, I'm going to be honest. But when you create a community, they have some of them that are adding shuls into it, essentially synagogues into it. They're fitting the houses to fit this very specific needs of one community. Do you think anybody other than that community is going to move into there?
They technically cannot discriminate against a non-Jew purchasing a home, right?
No, you cannot discriminate against anybody buying a home.
They could just say, hey, sorry, we sold it to someone else.
Yes, they can. I've heard people say, oh, we'll put you on the waiting list, because that's something that's going on.
LLCs are outbidding people trying to buy single-family homes.
Correct.
But you have a group of people that call themselves God's people. You are a Semite supremacist. You are a white Jewish supremacist because they're classified white. They don't want to live as a community with us. I think when I say they, again, I don't mean all of them. I mean the far majority of them. I think they have their tight-knit community. I think their community lives completely separate than everybody else. They eat differently. They enjoy different things. Yes, we may drink, but everything is set in a different way.
As you ran for city council, did the rabbinical order try to buy you off?
I don't really have any relationship with the rabbis, but I have been taking a meeting with people who said they were liaisons to the rabbis. They went around touting how many votes they controlled. They told me pretty much straight out that they control certain politicians in town, and if I catered to their community, I might have access to the block vote.
Who did they say they control?
They said they control our mayor and our council president.
After a year, I couldn't bear it anymore, so I got involved. I hired a political campaign group out of Washington, D.C. that does political campaigns for Republican senators. I think they did Ted Cruz, and I wrote a letter to the mayor of Jackson telling him all the things I was going to do if they wouldn't reverse these discriminatory laws. In the meantime, there's another Jewish group called the Aguda that had a lawsuit against Jackson based on RLUIPA. That's a Religious Land Use Institutionalized Persons Act. And it says that a municipality, it's a law, federal law, municipality is not allowed to discriminate based upon religion. And in their lawsuit, then showed all the emails from Jackson, all the things they were doing, conspiring against, executing to try to make life miserable for Orthodox Jews there.
But you went to work, and what happened next?
I went to Washington and met with Ronna McDaniel, who was the head of the Republican National Committee, and the Speaker of the House at the time was Kevin McCarthy. He was actually in their conference room, so I met with both of them, showed them what was going on. They were shocked.
I think there's a lot to learn from the community. That's why I like what we did yesterday. Their tactics benefit them. They are a solitary mass. They actually are a community. You can't deny it. They are not fighting over Trump or Biden. They're not fighting over left or right. They're not fighting over masked or unmasked. It's antimatter, right? It's like we are fighting. Everyone in our towns, we're fighting against antimatter. We're not focused on what actually matters. We're not picking each other up. We're not one community. And I'm not talking about communism or any of that shit.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about carrying out the person. They hitchhike.
What other world will you see hitchhiking in America in 2026?
Nonstop, yeah.
That's a testament to how high trusting they all are.
So there's something to be said about that. And there's a lot. I would love to see our kids play again off of, getting out on bikes and getting out playing basketball and football and all of those things. I would love to see that. I'd love to see us act a little bit more like that.
We need to fight back against the state. We've had large lawsuits against us because they tried to keep out this problem. We've had the Department of Justice come down on.
We're family owned and operated. for over 85 years. But when it comes to where you get your meat and cheese, just call us family. Dietz and Watson. It's a family thing since 1939.
Today we're doing a challenge on Whatnot where we see how many Lego figures you can buy for $100. So we're gonna start off by hitting Monarch Bridge, and look at that. We won it. Looks like you got Black Falcon here. $5 Black Falcon right there. So it looks like you got one.
Justice come down on us. Billionaires connected to the president involved in all this. What's happening in this little town in Jersey is bigger than people think.
And what's happening here in Jackson, will that become a problem in other small towns?
It's already a problem in all the surrounding towns.
The cop there we go. Okay. There's the cop.
We got the corrupt police pulling us over for what? We'll find out. We may be in a corrupt hellhole.
Double cop car. We're getting pulled over. We got double police. Potentially nothing better to do. Let's find out. We weren't speeding. We weren't violating the law from the best of my understanding.
You have your driver's license registration?
What am I being pulled over for?
I'll tell you that soon.
Is there a probable cause?
Yes, there is.
What
We got a
exactly
call.
is
We got a call on our phones
For?
a suspicious person. With,
What's
with
suspicious
video,
about me?
with video cameras.
There's nothing
in front of the
suspicious
school.
about expressing our First Amendment right.
No, you're good.
So what am I being pulled over for?
We got a call. Just so you know, you're being audio and visual recorded.
Sure,
okay?
likewise.
So we got a call from dispatch.
Sure.
Saying there's a vehicle
Okay.
with 2 men in it, videotaping in front of a school. When we get a call for that, that's our probable cause to stop you because they described your vehicle. So I'm asking you. What's illegal about the fact that we're recording? There's nothing illegal about it.
Sure.
I don't care that you're recording because I'm recording too. I just don't know
All
who
ears.
you are. And I don't. But for my safety, I want you back in the car.
Cool.
Okay. So
Yeah.
back to me talking to you.
My name's Tyler, by the way.
Jonathan Basilio.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Good to meet you, yeah.
I'm stopping you. Could I have your credentials, please?
Do I have an obligation to self-identify right now?
I need you to identify yourself on this stop.
Yeah, no, I totally get where you're coming from.
Yeah,
We're
it's a
filming all
lawful
the
stop
documentaries.
because they described your vehicle to a T.
Totally get it. I'm just trying to figure out if there's
Can I
actual...
just ask you a question?
Yeah, I can tell you what we're up to. If that's...
I just want to know who you are.
Yeah, my name's Tyler.
Oh, very good. My name is
Yeah.
Jonathan. Can I explain that
Hey,
to
good
you?
to meet you.
I stopped you.
Totally get it. Yeah, we're just talking about the changes in the town
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah.
We went to that school specifically
Okay,
because
but
it's shut
yeah,
down.
it's very. You see what I'm saying? Like when you
Sure.
have a camera
Well,
in
sure.
front of a school with kids. I
I
mean,
can
if my
understand.
kids go to that school,
Sure.
I wouldn't want my kids to be video recorded.
Sure, we didn't enter the school. We were on the
Confidentiality.
sidewalk.
It doesn't matter if you're in a certain distance of the school.
Okay. Okay, sure. You can have it.
And just do me a favor, keep your hands on the steering wheel when you do so. Thank you.
Hands on the steering wheel.
Yeah, I just don't know what's in the car. Like I said, I don't know
Come
who you are.
on.
I don't know who you are.
That seems a little extra.
No, that's
That's definitely extra, but you can have it. There you go.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm giving you a ticket or
Sure.
anything like that. I'm just
You
identifying.
got the badge, man. Yeah, do your thing.
No, it has nothing to do with having the badge or anything like that.
Okay.
Just stay near the car, okay? Don't come near us.
Is this slightly excessive?
It's absolutely awesome.
It seems like a bully tactic.
Yeah, well, I don't know who placed that phone call.
How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up?
How are you?
How we doing?
Doing good, getting pulled over. You know we're up against small town police department, small town politics, lots of money.
All right, so apparently the reason why these cops came out of thin air is because who just got called?
Well, we're going to find out. The council president just called me.
So who is Morty Bernstein?
He is the council president in Jackson, New Jersey, and the most powerful man in the town.
Does he have the police in his pocket?
I don't think he has the police in his pocket at all, but the man does have an incredible amount of power. He's involved in political action committees with very rich and powerful developers, a lot of political connections.
Who are we messing with here right now, Chris? Was this a mistake? Is this video a mistake, man?
I'm going to be honest, the powers out here are pretty immense. Like I said, it goes up. You have billionaires from Lakewood being involved in what's going on in Jackson. People connected to the President of the United States.
If we zoom out, where does this all end?
Right now, it's gone to every town on the outskirts of Lakewood. They're buying up everything. Even if they're not occupying things, things are being bought up. I always say it's a real life game of Monopoly. So it's gone into Brick, and it's gone into Howell, and it's gone into Jackson and Toms River. Now it's going into Manchester. There are large portions of property being bought in South Jersey. We cannot keep up with this.
How do you combat a group of people chosen by God practicing rampant ethno-nepotism?
Here's a problem, bro. One Jewish dude in Manchester said to me this: you guys will never come together because you have no shared sense of purpose. And that hit me because he's fucking right. Jews have a shared sense of purpose in what their outcome's going to be. And that's to expand the religion, that's expand their people. We don't have a shared sense of purpose. We're too busy arguing with each other. We're too busy talking Trump. We're too busy yelling about ICE. We're too busy focusing on Epstein's list. We don't have a shared sense of what is America and what are we trying to accomplish together. Americans don't have a shared sense of purpose about America. Jews have a shared sense of purpose in what their outcome's going to be. The only way that you're going to stop it, and the only way you can fight back about it, is by getting people that have a shared sense of purpose in the numbers that matter. Getting enough people with their eyes open to say, holy shit, something has to be done here. You have to get rid of the R loopholes. I don't think it's ever been challenged by the Supreme Court. It has to be taken to the Supreme Court. I think it violates the Constitution. You have to fight fire with bigger fire. And the sad part about it is they have the biggest fires.
It's not having access to 1 million industrial-grade products that's so amazing. It's the feeling of knowing you'll find the one you need. Granger, for the ones.
Granger, for the mean. Hungry. When she's hungry.
Over 5 years now, and I've run across a lot of crazy ones.
You motherfucker! I know. Indians are more clever than you.
Why do you think you can talk to me like that? See, I can do that too. You got
He's had a BPO and he scams people. His name's Randy. And that's what he does. He treats people like trash. Treats old people like trash. And he snaps because he's always